if you gotta put cake in front of you, watching you to film this video and say this is your reward after the video, you do it. Hi. Maybe I'm Sarisa, maybe I'm not, but you can call me Rice because that's my nickname. And I just came from my job, full-time job, and now I'm content creating. That's the video. That's how you content create while having a full-time job. You're welcome. End of the video. Done. Okay. Serious. Don't click away. Listen, if you want to do content creation more than a hobby and you want to go, I'll say, full throttle all the way, I don't know the answers, to be honest. I'm just going to give you what I do and what I've been doing. And it might not work for you because me and you are two different people. So you need to adjust these tips for it to work for you. I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, I have the tips that works. It's the tips. It will work. It will be successful. But I've been content creating for like 5 years. But it's been more of a hobby for most of those 5 years. And I was in college for some of those 5 years. After college, worked. So I feel like even if you're a college student and content creator or school, any sort of school and content creation, these tips might still be valid for you because I was still content creating while school. And that's not a verb, is it? This video came about because a lot of people have asked me and probably will ask me how I do it when I tell them I have a full-time job and they see I have shorts every day. I have a YouTube video out every week. I have, I do Twitch on a steady schedule. I do all of that. Blah, blah, blah. I have a routine or a schedule, whatever you want to call it. That does not mean your stream or YouTube, etc. has to have a fixed schedule. This is not this type of video. I'm telling you, you have to schedule in the sense of, you know, what's your free time. I have free time when I am not working, and I work hybrid. So that's even another layer because a lot of people was working from home. So even that, I used to work full from home, but they changed and now I'm hybrid. So even that puts another mix. But I was content creating when I was not hybrid and walking to take the bus when I didn't have a car and doing all of that. So it's still possible if you are working every day, etc. You can still do this. This is still valid. Your schedule means what is free after your work time or your chore time, things like that. That's it. Your work time, your 8 hours, full time, okay? You know you have 40 hours if you live in the US. If you live in Europe, usually it's 35 hours. US is 40 hours, but 35 hours where you're at work, whether that be at home, or in an office or hybrid like me. When you finish that, you know you have a set time before you go to sleep. Or if you have chores, you factor that in, whether it be on weekdays or weekend, you factor that in. So the time that's left is your schedule. I'm not saying that it has to be every Monday, every Tuesday, everything, but it has to be consistent enough for you to follow through it. Does that make sense? It could be weekly, once Tuesday, once Thursday, once day, but it's weekly. It could be, okay, I can only stream 2 hours now and again Tuesdays, 4 hours now and again this time, but after I'll have the 4 hours on a Tuesday. You have to see what's your rhythm. Okay, like it's a song. You can have different rhythms in the same song, but it still works. Do you get it? It just has to make sense and keep you consistent so you don't quit. Also with the schedule, it's easier. I use a Google Calendar and send my app. It's on my computer, whatever. There's people who use Notions. There's people who use other planning tools, whatever works for you. Make sure you write it down. So if you don't do something or forget, you have it written somewhere and you pass it on another day. I pass things on another day all the time. I literally passed things I had to do after this video to another day already because I was like, no time, and I went grocery shopping. This is, again, if you're doing this as a hobby only, listen, I started it off as a hobby only. I like it a lot. And after I said, I'm doing all this effort, might as well I go and make it, you know? I was like, why not? Why would it hurt for you to try? If you like it so much, not already doing it. So that comes to my second thing. You have to like it. In a sense, you have to figure out how, if content creation, if you love it, I don't know how to explain it more than that. If you love it, it is way easier to dedicate your free time for this, because as this is not a hobby, like I paint as my hobby. If I don't feel like painting, I don't paint. If I don't feel like doing YouTube video, if I'm tired and need a mental break, you take it. But I mean, like, feel as in I gotta lay down and watch animate or something. I gotta be like, no girl, you got to have a video out. You got to stay consistent. Just like your job. If you got to wake up 6 a.m. to commute to reach to your job on time, you got to wake up 6 a.m. or you won't get paid. You might get fired. Think of it as that. It's not a hobby only for pleasure. So you have to force yourself somewhat to be accountable to yourself. So that's why you need to find pleasure in there. If not, you would not want to dedicate your free time to this, because it's not obviously when you'll be like, well, I want to make money. If I want the shmoney, if you're talking like that, content creation is not the way to make fast money, okay? And you might be like, well, maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe I am, but at least I'm enjoying myself doing it wrong. Third is a mix of your pleasure and your routine. Make it simple. Bear with me. You just said keep a routine. You just said how is it simple? I'm not saying it's easy to content create. I'm saying it to make it easy. Like, work smarter instead of harder. I'm still in the working smarter because I still think I work too hard. But it's still smarter because if you are choosing steps that makes things enjoyable, and not only make things enjoyable, make it easy, you will content create consistently. Like, I have a video saying how to edit on Canva. Since I've started editing on Canva, shorts have been so much easier for me to do instead of doing it on a video editor for me. You gotta figure it out. Like, for instance, Instagram, I can't schedule that, so it's not as easy. Twitter, I can schedule. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I can schedule Twitter now. I can make it easy for me, and it's fun because I can think on something, write it down, put it for next day, read it again before, or put it for 2 days, whatever you want to plan it. You can put them in advance, so your content creation stuff is already set. And you on Twitter, I'm giving Twitter example, can just tweet when you feel like, whenever. And you also advertise marketing wise. Like, I've recently have Pulse banner. It's free. You just give them your permissions and blah, blah, blah. Read the fine print. I like what it is. But when you go live, if you're active on Twitter, it will show live now. That's an example too. Making it easier instead of tweeting out, hey, I'm live on Twitch, because some people will see that after you're not live. Yeah, so you can do that and just be active on Twitter and answer people or talk, so it feels less of a chore. Also, you'll be like, but how does YouTube video be easy? Listen, I am still working on it. Filming YouTube videos don't be easy, but this, for instance, listen, I lie, I don't script my videos. Y'all would not believe me, but I do not script my videos. I just go. I have tried, but it takes so much time, and I have to take 10,000 years to try to think on what I need to say. So I just do like there. I just sit, blah, 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 talk to you now about this is what I do to work full time. I'm gonna edit this and it's gonna be done. But the filming itself, I can do it after work. Why? Because I'm making it easy. I went work, I did groceries, I got cake for after this, because it's like a pat in my head to be like, good job, because I got no one to pat my head to say good job. So I got pat my head and say good job with my slice of cake. So this is what you gotta do. If you gotta put cake in front of you, watching you to film this video and say this is your reward after the video, you do it, okay? Figure it out. Do it. I'm really passionate about cake. Y'all don't understand. So this cake is watching me, and I want tea too. So I have cake and tea motivating me, pushing me for the limits. You got to find what your thing is, okay? And do that. 4, ask for help. Yes, ask for help. I am the main guilty person in this about I gotta do it, and it's partly how I was raised. It was very much, you gotta be independent. You can't depend on nobody. It's a good thing that you are aiming to do things by yourself, but it's okay to ask for help. And when I say ask for help, I mean, say you don't know and just ask your community, ask people and networking. That's why like Twitter, you can just tweet something out and someone might answer you. They might know or might give you a resource you can research, or follow streamers or content creators or influencers who only share, like there's some influencer content creators who only share information all day long. Like that's their niche. Google what you need to, but asking also, I feel sometimes, or listening. I be locking on so much people's streams. Like there's so much people I lock, they do not know who I be. Either comment or like talk to them like months, years after. Years. I don't know why. I'm just, because I'm working, because that's tip. While working, if you can, depending on your job, listen to like books or audio. Listen to audiobook streams of those type of people content. So you're still consuming the content while you're working. If it's not, I can't always do that. But when I can, like when I'm drawing something, I work in like a design field. So when I'm drawing something, whatever, I can like, instead of listening to music, I can listen to a streamer like review something, or like while I'm at work designing something and my brain is not having to calculate anything or read something precisely, I can listen to content creators who are sharing advice or tips, just like I'm sharing to you these tips. You should, if you didn't get time to sit and watch this video, you could be listening to this while at work, or re-listening to be like, oh, she's right, oh no, I don't agree. You got to learn to sip, like taste test, or figure out by hearing saying what can apply to you, and take that seasoning, season up your content, put it to marinate a bit and cook it up. And if it works, you keep that recipe. If it doesn't, it's okay. You put it on the side. You said that one's not for me. It might work for somebody else. It's a question of taste buds. Researching your network, the people you follow, your community, other content creators with bigger and even smaller following. It's not the following you need to look at, it's the information. So people can be not like impact over numbers. Nate Saga says that. Again, when I reference people, I like to say Nate Saga says that impact over numbers. So just look at people content you like or you follow, and like some of them are very open to share if you ask, or just listen in. I listen all the time. I just listen. Just listen, okay? You can do it. We all can make it, okay? This is like $1 billion industry, $1 million industry. I didn't look it up. 5, which is the last tip. I really believe it's the last tip. Pray. I don't know. It's not for, it's believe in yourself. I know you'll be like, what? That's so mushy. That's not an actionable tip. Listen, it is. Just wait. The last for the, you gotta believe in yourself, because you are always in progress. You got to understand that nothing's going to stay stable. New stuff will always come in. New people will always come in. Other people might leave. Other people might stay. Like, you don't know what's going on. So you're always in progression. That's enough. Like, you're always supposed to be moving, because the target is always moving. So in that sense, is you gotta believe in yourself that even if now your content might not be where you like it to be, you might be a perfectionist, you might be an analysis paralysis, you might be just in doubt. Listen, we all been there. It's not the time. Try it. Put it out. What's the worst that can happen? People see and they comment. One of my most viewed videos, or the most viewed videos on my channel, is a video of me sitting and just talking, no edit, about architecture, and most of the comments there are negative, questioning my intellect. Guess what? I still here. Guess what? I still gonna do what I do, and guess what? I don't think I'm less stupid. Not everyone's gonna believe, or not everyone's gonna like you in real life. So on internet life, when people are anonymous, it's gonna be even worse. So you gotta be your cheerleader. Like that. Ooh, I think I found myself my own cheerleader. That's you, yourself. It's great if you have people in your circle who are like, I believe in you, girl. I have gotten more like now, like with friends and stuff, but you also have to believe in you. Okay, this is my pep talk to you. You got to believe it to achieve it. And also, as you grow, the imposter syndrome will probably still be here. Tip just for when you listen to other people who actually have the numbers that you're probably wanting, they still have imposter syndrome. So the imposter syndrome doesn't go away. You gotta believe in yourself. You're awesome. You're amazing. I know I'm amazing. If I wasn't me, I would want to be me. I'm fantastic. That's what you gotta be. I'm fantastic. Put that in your head. Yes. If you're not hearing it, I'm telling it to you. You're fantastic. If you're here today, you are fantastic. Okay, if you're doing stupidness on the internet and trolling people and making them sad, then you're not fantastic. So actionable. Start with why you here. Keep a journal. Actionable things to keep your imposter syndrome low. Because I feel like I've been journaling for years since being a child. And I think when I get imposter syndrome, or etc., like I have notes of things, so I can remember where I literally write and how I used to think. And now when I read back my diary or journal, whatever you want to call it, I can see, wow, look how far I've come. Like legit. If you don't like journal, that's fine. Do something more small scale. Keep like a gratitude of things per week, or just wake up. I pray, so it's easier for me because I can wake up and I be thanking God, saying thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you. Like I be thank you, and be open to receive the criticism too, and to believe in yourself. Because I think too, sometimes you're so in this is my content. If you actually get the help, you have to be open to receive it. So if people tell you, hey, and it's constructive criticism, you have to take the file back, think about it, see what you can do to implement it, or what's the plan for you to do so, and go do it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just telling you, it's part of the believing. You can believe in yourself. You can implement tips from others. You can say, how can I go on a moving target? All of that plays in part in the believe, because it just takes one video to take off. We've seen it happen tons of times, and then you're set. But if that's a one lucky and done, then you can disappear again in one sense. But if you are doing this seriously, consistently, have a network, listening, learning, always, thriving, nothing will stop you once you get there. And I know you're like, girl, who you be? You nobody. I don't know. I don't know what to. And you can be like, girl, you don't have no much followers or subscribers. Where you getting this confidence? I don't get it. Believing. Okay. And that's how we end in this video. Okay. Do you believe in yourself? I don't know why I had to go and share, but that's it. Okay. Those are the 5 tips. Thank you for watching until now. Until next time. Bye. Look at me now. I'm a content creator. Even my phone beep at the same time. And that's my schedule. Remind me of what I have to do after this. I have time. I'll have the tea and the cake while doing what? I have to edit the thumbnail for the vlog. I'm gonna have tea and cake while editing the thumbnail for the vlog. I'm telling you, you have to manage balance. Okay? Routine.